The story developing this hour as we hear more and more of the leadership in Charlotte, North Carolina. So we'll do more now. A city on edge as it steps up security to prepare for what could be another night of big demonstrations, and hopefully not the violence that we saw. Joining us now, John Bussey, associate editor of the Wall Street Journal. Always good to see you. So let's just get down to what you and I were just talking about in the break, and that is because of all of the bottles thrown and all of the people that now have to show up in force, in police force, the investigation into what triggered this all almost takes a back seat. Sure, they're going to show the family the video, but how are they progressing in that investigation?
Yeah, that's right. We don't know. I mean, they are trying to manage a riot in the city while also progressing on an investigation. And Steve's point earlier was really good. On the one hand, all the technology today helps us very quickly solve a bombing in New York. It can be a very positive thing for us. On the other hand, social media, as he was pointing out, has an entirely different narrative for what's going on than what the police are saying. So that creates additional conflict and additional confusion. It probably won't be until they have a moment to catch their breath, step back, and actually do the analysis they need to do, or have the feds do it, have the Justice Department do it.
So you bring up a beautiful point in that social media in itself, in its raw nature, can give you video and it can give you evidence, but there is a narrative that's emotionally driven that's also the undercurrent there. So
that's right.
Yeah.
It's a conflicting one, and we're seeing it kind of playing out. The implications of that are
playing out. And a distraction. I mean, it could be that all of these protests, you know, most of them peaceful, but certainly not what we saw it evolve to last night, are a distraction from what they're all trying to get to, and that's the nugget of truth with that original shooting.
We need to know, was it a gun or was it a book?
Look,
was it pointed at the cops, or was it not pointed at the cops?
No. The police chief said it didn't. It looked to him as if he were pointing anything at anybody in particular.
But
now the question is, was it actually a gun?
Yeah, and he says it was, and the family says it wasn't. So an investigation will determine that for us.
Yeah.
Meantime, our presidential candidates aren't acquitting themselves well in this either.
Before we go there, how about the president in all of this? I asked on social media last night, where is the president this evening? Just out of curiosity, reporter's perspective, this is a huge story that is getting bigger and bigger. A man shot close to death by another
You saw
civilian.
that today. I mean, he's called the governor, and his attorney general, Loretta Lynch, is very much involved with this now. And again, it probably will be the Department of Justice that helps give clarity to some of this, because it's outside of the city. It's not a party to what's going on.
It would just be interesting to see if the president would weigh in. I know that he has in other situations, and say that this was a black police officer and a black man who was shot, and can we talk about the investigation and let the facts come forth? It might be helpful to hear the commander-in-chief say something like that. So
in the meantime, we have Hillary Clinton saying, hey, this has got to stop, but it's in a tweet, but we're not sure what she's referring to. Is she denigrating what the police did, or is she denigrating something else?
What do you think?
It's not clear. And it's again this sort of rush to comment, if not to judgment, rush to comment. And Mr. Trump, who is in the middle of an outreach to the minority community. He's way behind in the polls with minority voters. He's trying to reach out to them, and his reaction to a situation where we don't know all the facts yet is to say, hey, we got to impose stop and frisk, which was highly controversial with the minority community in New York City, where a court order ended up having to stop it. Was it tremendously successful, as he points out? Well, the data shows that stop and frisk was stopped, and crime has come down since it was stopped. So there's sort of this rush to comment results in comments from both of the presidential candidates. Neither of them have acquitted themselves particularly well.
Well, one would hope that they're both getting the kind of expertise that they need to make those kinds of comments, because people will be listening. But you know, I want to go back to your point that you're saying that Donald Trump is needing to build up his voter base in terms of the black community. You know, I'm hearing from black leaders now, some of whom are saying you can't take the black vote for granted. I mean, so she needs to do some of that too. So that rush to comment on her part too. Yeah,
and that could have been what was driving it, right? Was to show sort of a desire to be involved. But it really pays to catch your breath, and to perhaps counsel the voters to catch their breath, and to counsel the people of Charlotte to catch their breath until an investigation can be done.
All right. John Bussey, thank you. We'll be right back.